The cat princess snapped before the chamber even fell silent. Stop staring. Her tail lashed once, sharp and precise, a royal warning wrapped in irritation. The dozens of delegates seated in the upper tiers averted their eyes at once. Some flattened crests, others folded wings. None argued. No one ever argued with Princess Myra of the Falari clans. She sat tall upon the crescent dais, silver fur brushed smooth, golden eyes cold with practiced authority. To most of the galaxy she was elegance sharpened into a weapon. To the human standing alone at the bottom of the hall, she was simply loud. Eli did not look away. That alone caused a ripple of quiet shock. Humans were still new to the Concord, soft-skinned, small, no claws, no fangs, no natural armor. They were tolerated for trade and logistics, not presence, certainly not eye contact with royalty. Princess Myra narrowed her eyes. You find something amusing, human? Eli shook his head slowly. No, Your Highness, just listening. The answer confused her. Most beings feared her gaze. This one sounded calm, almost gentle. She dismissed him with a flick of her ear and turned back to the assembly. The matter at hand was border security, a routine debate wrapped in empty words. That was when the alarm screamed, not the polite chime of protocol, not the orderly tone of diplomatic interruption. This was raw panic. Red lights flooded the chamber. The ceiling panel shifted, revealing emergency shields sliding into place. A voice echoed through every corridor. Unauthorized incursion. Lower habitat ring, civilian sector. The chamber erupted into chaos. Princess Myra rose instantly, claws biting into the stone. Seal the exits, deploy guards. Her command froze the room into motion again. Warriors poured from hidden doors, armored and armed. The delegates huddled together, fear overriding pride. Eli did not move toward the exits, he moved toward the alarms. Princess Myra noticed too late. Human, stop. He was already running. The lower habitat ring was not meant for emergencies. It was where small traders lived, where refugees slept, where children played under artificial stars. Security was light. To light. By the time Eli reached the ring, smoke filled the air. The attackers were not soldiers. They were raiders, scavengers in mismatched armor, drawn by rumor of valuable delegates and softer prey. They fired wildly, scattering civilians. Screams echoed through the curved corridors. Eli crouched behind a shattered vendor stall. His breathing slowed. His eyes tracked movement, angles, distances. He had no weapon beyond a compact tool at his belt and his own body. Then he heard it. A sharp, frightened sound, high-pitched, young. A fox child lay trapped beneath fallen debris near a ruptured wall panel. Small orange fur matted with dust, one leg pinned awkwardly. Its wide eyes locked onto Eli, filled with terror. A raider stepped closer, weapon humming as it charged. Eli moved. He did not shout. He did not hesitate. He sprinted across open ground, slid beneath a burst of energy fire, and slammed into the raider with full force. They hit the floor hard. Eli's elbow struck a joint in the armor. The weapon clattered away. The raider laughed until Eli struck again. Precise, controlled. The laugh stopped. Another attacker turned. Eli grabbed the fallen weapon, fired once, not to kill but to collapse the ceiling panel above. The corridor filled with debris, cutting off the attackers. Silence followed. Eli dropped the weapon and rushed to the fox child. Easy, he said softly, even though it could not understand his language. He lifted the debris carefully, ignoring the pain in his own shoulder. The child whimpered, then went still as Eli wrapped it in his jacket. He carried the fox child toward the emergency lights. Behind him, unseen, Princess Myra watched. She had followed against the advice of her guards, moving with silent grace through the smoke. She saw the human kneel, saw his hands tremble as adrenaline faded, saw how he shielded the child with his own body when distant. Shots echoed. This was not weakness. This was something else. When the guards finally secured the ring, they found Eli sitting against the wall, back straight, fox child asleep against his chest. Princess Myra approached slowly. The human looked up surprised. He stood at once, careful not to wake the child. She's hurt, he said, but she live. Princess Myra studied the child, a foxen, a minor species, no political value, no strategic weight. Yet, the human had risked everything. You disobeyed a royal command, she said. Eli nodded. Yes, why? He glanced down at the fox child. Someone had to. Princess Myra was silent for a long moment, her tail stilled. Around them, warriors waited, uncertain. At last, she spoke. You will come with me. The days that followed changed everything. Footage of the rescue spread across the Concord. Not edited, not dramatized. Raw recordings showing a human charging armed raiders with nothing but resolve, shielding a child of another species without pause or calculation. Worlds that had dismissed humans reconsidered. They learned that humans lacked claws because they used hands, that they lacked fangs because they chose restraint, that beneath fragile skin lived a stubborn, terrifying instinct to protect. Princess Myra summoned Eli again, this time privately. You embarrassed me, she said flatly. Eli smiled faintly. Sorry. She watched him, then gave a short, sharp laugh. Lie as she stepped closer. My people respect strength, not dominance. Protection. Her golden eyes met his. You showed us something we forgot. Eli said nothing. Princess Myra turned toward the stars beyond the viewport. The Concord will remember this day. The day a human reminded us what courage looks like. Far away, a fox child slept safely, unaware that a single act of rescue had shifted the balance of how an entire galaxy saw one small, stubborn species. And from that moment on, when humans entered the halls of power, no one told them to stop staring.